Hello, everybody. Welcome back to DeadByOCE for the second and also last set of series for the night, or series of sets tonight, rather, I should say. We're going to be going into Requiem versus CatJAM Losers Bracket Round 2, where we're going to be starting off with Requiem's pick of the Doctor on Wretched Shop. We'll be seeing Lith playing the killer for Requiem with CatJAM Survivors, and then the next game we'll be having CatJAM's pick of Blight on the Ironworks of Misery, and if it comes to it, we'll see a tiebreaker of Demogorgon on the Thompson House, which was Requiem's choice of tiebreak between the two final ones. As we load in here on the Wretched Shop, we see a pretty standard-ish build for Doctor. We got Sloppy, Noed, Painter's Corrupt, and the green and purple add-on. You basically see every Doctor set here. But I'm looking forward to this match. Now, a little bit of bias from me, as it is my team I'm currently playing, but I'm not playing tonight, so it doesn't matter. We looks like Lith has actually found the first survivor here as they throw a little bit of a pre-drop. We're going to be chasing Peps straight off the bat here as he runs towards the corrupted side of the map. A very good play from Peps, trying to get the Doctor out of the active gens so that way his team can start working on the gens as quick as possible. I dare say we're probably going to see a pre-drop of the Shag pallet. Lith not quite able to get a shock off in time as Peps continues... Oh, sorry, Fizz, not Peps. My apologies. It's a bit hard to see. But Fizz is going to be playing pretty safe here, pre-dropping a lot of the save powers and just trying to extend the first chase for as long as humanly possible. What do you think about the likelihood of these games here, Cooney? Do you think CatJAM's going to pull through?
I think it'll be should be a tight set, I think. And we do see a little swing there, but yeah, I think we're in for a really long set here. We might go to the tiebreaker, we'll see. But, Lith really struggling here to get that first hit. And looks like he's going to continue. He might be able to get the first hit now. And then we'll see probably Fizz... Oh no, she's really gone away here. He's lost chase. And wow, she's got all the way to 1. This is not looking like a good start for Lith right now.
Not at all. Fizz is having an absolute juice of a chase. She is using a lot of resources on the map, but anything to extend this first chase for as long as humanly possible is fantastic news for CatJAM. We do see the first gen popping in the background before the first hit even comes through. Now, I do believe Fizz doesn't have any resources. She does have a pretty good rock filler here, and I think Lith is going to try and get a hit here with his shock. And oh, it looks like Fizz making a slight mistake. He's going to get M1 here. Fizz is a little bit patient, and he is. That's going to be the first tag coming through onto Fizz here after a gen is already popped. And we do see Crane Power. I thought this was gone, but no, it's still up, but we're going to be getting out of that out the way pretty quickly, as I dare say Fizz will be forced to move into this back area of the map in the main building here. It looks like we do see, I think that's Peps in the background, yes, coming in for a hit take against the Doctor. A really crucial part of Doctor sets for a lot of teams is your ability to hit take against him, as he is just an M1 killer. He can't do a whole lot against body block, so good blocking is really key here, but unfortunately, a bit of a miscommunication and a fantastic shock from Lith is going to result into a down on Fizz. Peps not quite able to come in for the body block here. This will be the first hook, but 2 gens have been burnt away for the cost of it.
Yeah, you're right there, and that should be pain res, and Peps will go back to that gen. Feeling a bit sorry for himself not being able to help Fizz out there. And I do believe, yeah, we do see that pain res, and that was probably on that main gen there. We did see a survivor sitting on 6, so they got a lot of pressure at the moment. And yeah, Lith, first hook, you might need to try and go for freshes now to kind of get a good result from here.
Yeah, you can't really afford to camp Fizz out here. You have 2 gens already gone. You probably got a couple gens, decently high progress spread about across the map. The only upside you kind of have at the moment here, if you're Lith, is a good bit of the resources are gone. And all of the strong resources, Crane Pallet gone, Jack Pallet gone. A lot of these God fillers around this area are also gone and depleted as well. It looks like they still have the 2 survivors that haven't entered any states of madness. You only have Peps, who it looks like he's in tier 2 at the moment, so... Lith in a pretty rough spot right now. He's used his 1 pain res, but while he's camping out Fizz here, they're going to be cranking at least 2 gens across the map, and I think by the time Fizz hits second stage here, we're probably going to be seeing 2 gens pop. We see 2 gens at 50%. Oh, we have 3 gens cranking. I think they're just going to let Fizz die on this hooky and just pop all the gens, potentially get a 3-man out, but keep in mind, there is a Noed in play here on Lith, so if it comes to the end of the game, we might be able to sneak away a fresh hit now that all these resources are sort of depleted. We do see Peps here going to be running the main building. That door's still not broken. That is the good window to have in the main building. You don't really want that other window as it's not as strong, but yeah, Lith looks like he's going to be committing to this chase on Peps. If I was him, I'd probably be rotating back to Fizz's hook right now to intercept a potential save. But he seems pretty hell-bent on getting a tag onto Peps here, as I think Peps is just going to drag him as far as possible away from Fizz's hook, and whoever just popped that gen is going to be going back to the hook, so Lith may be making a little bit of a macro mistake here as Peps kind of mind games his winner a little bit, but he's not even here. Oh, it looks like that might have been a quick and quiet or even a slow vault as Peps runs to one of the few remaining paths on that side of the map and a very early pre-drop there and a gen popping in the background. This is looking very bad for Lith here.
Yeah, he's in a big spot of bother, and they did get that hook, and I don't know if he can commit to Fizz here, because if, you know, he does get the down, and it's obviously got to be relatively quickly, but if she just runs to Shack, and that's miles away from any of those gens, I do believe that could be a 3-stage, and that could really hurt coming into the Survivor set for Requiem.
Absolutely, yeah. You don't really want to be going into, like, such a low stage win con, especially on a character like Doctor. The more stages, the better. Doctor is one of the weakest, if not the weakest killer in the pool. Actually, maybe that goes to Clown, but that's kind of debatable. I think Clown's probably a little bit stronger than Doctor with the current balancing, but, you know, that's my opinion. But we do see a reset coming through onto Fizz, which was probably a double. The only downside here is I think the gens are pretty tightly knit by the main building. They weren't able to get a decent split off as we take a chase into here. Leggy maybe just trying to play for freshers now, as I think Liz kind of realized that he's lost his tunnel out. A lot of that time spent camping has kind of gone to waste. And this is one of the very few remaining areas on the map that actually does have resources. Leggy's going to be able to throw this power here as long as he wins the 50-50, but unfortunately losing the 50-50 is going to be taking a sloppy butcher tag as Leggy tries to run to whatever's left on the map, any resource that may or may not be available. You might have an edge map pallet over here, but I think what you're going to need if you're Leggy is a teammate somewhere they're going to be taking the hit, and that is going to be Fizz, who's exactly what you want taking this hit. You want the Death Hook survivor that is worth the least amount of points taking a hit at this point in time, especially if one of these gens in the background is getting doubled. We're probably going to see Noah activating now. Noah drawing on the Fizz. Lith committing to Fizz here. I don't think you should be doing this. I don't really know why he's doing this. You need a fresh. You need to use that Noah. You need to get them off the doors. Go for literally anyone that isn't Fizz at this point in time, Cooney.
Yeah, that was a big mistake there. I knew exactly what CatJAM were playing for. They took the hit on Fizz, and then really hoping he'd commit to Fizz, and he overcommitted, and he really needs a fresh hook. Otherwise, this is looking like either a 2 or a 3 stage at the moment. That Noah's just coming in to be useless if he does that. But I think he has spotted out fresh survivor, which is good news for him. Which is good. He's found Pep, so this could be better. And unless Fizz comes in for a body, that's what we might see. I am correct, and he's trying to get that zone away. And this is kind of a bit of a mind game right now of where are we going? And Fizz is just going to try and take that down. And he sneaks around. Amazing work from Lith. And now he could actually get more stages than he deserves from that.
Absolutely, yeah. We're going to be getting a kill onto Fizz here, but if he overcommits to Fizz there, he's going to lose the fresh hook into Peps. And that was really unfortunate. That Bloodlust just sort of coming through just in time. I think he's just got to take the hook here. You might have Fizz maybe trying to find Noah. I can't really see where the Totem's aura is at the moment. Oh no, he's going to hook right next to Noah. Yeah. So Peps is probably going to see the Noah aura while he's being carried, call it out, and I think we're going to see a 3 out here with Fizz on Death Hook. So a 5-stage 2 fresh coming out from Lith on the Doctor here. That Noah was really spicy. Fizz being unable to take that down for Peps was super detrimental to CatJAM. It would have been amazing if they could get a 3 fresh out. That would have been just incredible for CatJAM. But honestly, 5-stage 2 fresh. I believe Peps is going to be playing a Doctor for CatJAM as well. So I think in going into the killer side of things for CatJAM, you've got to be really confident if you're Peps. You have to be really happy with the result. It's unfortunate that he couldn't get through the door, but all things considered, Kenny, they've done a really fantastic job in the first game tonight.
Yeah, the survivors played out of their mind, so great chase from Fizz at the start. That really set the tone, and yeah, Lith had no answers for it. And yeah, we'll be heading into that second set with Peps, who is that renowned Doctor, ready to cook.
Hello everybody, welcome back to DeadByOCE. We're going to be heading into the second half of Requiem versus CatJAM, the Doctor set, the first set of the series. We saw a pretty impressive result from CatJAM last game. The Survivors setting a 5-stage 2 fresh result for Requiem's Doctor, with the last 3 stages and the fresh hook coming through due to a Noah to play at the end game. God bless that perk for some of these lower tier M1 killers. But as we take that result, we're going to be seeing Peps playing for, at minimum, a 6-stage 2 fresh win con to secure the whole thing. What do you think the likelihood of Peps winning this set is, Cooney?
Yeah, Peps, he's a renowned Doctor. He scrims this killer. He loves it. So You know, I believe in Peps right now. He's got my faith behind him.
Yeah, if you ever want to scrim Peps' Doctor, he loves Doctor so much, so always ask Peps for a Doctor scrim if his favorite killer. Thank you.
Absolutely, Sirsmonk. And we do see the first chase here. Is that Chiara? It is hard to see those names.
Yeah, we see the first chase into Chiara. Yeah, it's going to be a pretty tag. In comparison to the last game, where the tag took so long. Peps getting very early tag Chiara. It takes corruption off engine. She's exactly what to do on pretty much every set. But, little lacking many times because he gets prevented from shocking through appropriately. But on my play, from I think that sounds like Mia, Shirelli, they let on going to buy ice at the time. Unfortunately, she didn't take him anywhere as he's just kind of holding the power. Oh, what a big shot! I was almost down because of the stock at the time, but he's going to be dropping that power. But I think a bit of a Doctor fault here. Oh, Peps playing around the mind games here, but Shirelli coming in for a cheeky little tag, and he might even just commit to Shirelli, who's in a much worse spot. Barker coming through, getting the blind onto Peps. This whole chase is a mess and a down coming through. I don't know what just happened. Just even Peps is shocked. He had to stand still to take it all in.
That was very, very confusing there, Sirsmonk, and that will be the first down. And we do have one other injury as well, and that Sloppy Butcher is going to take forever to heal. And we do see the pain res coming in. No gens pop, so unlike CatJAM, where they had 2 gens pop before that first down, we've got no gens popping. So not a great start here for Requiem to try and meet that win con.
Yeah, no, it's not looking good as we see Jonathan, he kind of putting himself in a bit of a poor position, trying to avoid that shock, unfortunately resulting in him getting zoned away from any resources. I don't even think there's a pallet here, so this is going to be yet another tag coming through onto the Michaela. There is a pallet here, but I think with some well-timed shocks, Peps is going to be very easily able to get hit here, but he seems to be struggling a little bit to hit his shocks as he misses 2 in a row. Jonathan doing a little bit of juicing, which is exactly what Requiem needs right now, but Peps opting to leave the chase instead of rotating back to Shirelli's hook to interrupt the save. It looks like Claudette has gone for the save. I dare say Peps might even just play for a fresh here as we get a hit onto, I think that's Orion. Yes, a nice little Sloppy Butcher tag on a silver platter as Orion very wisely pre-drops the power of this jungle gym here. Peps is going to be playing for some freshers, I think, here, Cooney, because he's going to be trying to get as many freshers as possible, as he really only needs 2 and then a bunch of stages to get his win con. And I believe with this power break, this is going to result in a relatively early down, as I don't think Orion's going to be lasting very long on this side of the map.
Yeah, no, he's used all the pallets on this side, and a little cheeky mind game fault there by Peps should result in that. Yeah, it does, and honestly on ping as well. Takes that down, and that should be another pain res, because we know that pain res there at 3. And we did see 2 gens pop in the background, though, so some good pressure by Requiem to kind of get some pressure in there. 1 heal as well to Shirelli, so all our survivors are healed.
Yeah, we see a bunch of resets coming through as well as 2 gens, which is definitely what you want if you're Requiem. You don't want to be taking chases against the Doctor injured. It's just kind of super dangerous, especially if you run to an area where there's not a lot of resources. As they've all been, you generally get it used up pretty quickly, but oh, an unfortunate timing on the shock that's going to result in that shock not quite coming through, allowing Jonathan to drop the panel and rotate to a much safer area. Peps committing here, he might even just play for freshers. Now, we did note that he didn't use pain res on Orion, instead opting to not hook him onto a pain res hook. Whether that was by choice or due to lack of options, we don't know, but this will just barely be a tag onto Jonathan. That's got to hurt as he rotates away to maybe a stronger area or towards his teammates, as now that most of them are healed, well, half of them really are healed. He could probably afford his teammates to take a little bit of a hit take here, but I don't think there's any resources. He has no edge map out. He's just going to be dying corner, and this will be the 3rd threshold coming through on the side of CatJAM.
Yeah, exactly right. So some good pressure by Peps, and this one should be a pain res, as I think he last time saw 2 gens pop, so he decided not to use that pain res, and he should get that pain res now on Orion, and that should stop this generate the double. No, it isn't. Wow,
I think
okay. Peps obviously having a bit of trouble finding those hooks. They must be in one of the corners. I know that can be that RNG value where you don't have a single pain res on one side of the map, and it is an absolute pain.
Yeah, it's not good when you get the massive low roll on the pain res spawn. Usually happens on mid, which a ton, but I think he's found Orion and put him in tier 3 at this corner here by the hill. Yes, you see him at the top of the hill. I don't think balance is allowed against Doctor, so I think he's just got to drop off that hill and die. I'm going to be pretty honest, and Orion has also has a pain res available onto him, so if he dies near the shack, which I'm assuming this is where his pain res is, I think. where else are they going to be if not, if they're nowhere near main building, they're probably near Shack. He's going to be juicing around an LWT ward. I said we're probably going to be seeing maybe a Survivor, potentially Shiaru or Shirelli coming in for a bit of a hit take. Yes, we do. We see Shirelli coming in for the hit take for Orion as Orion tries to rotate to somewhere that isn't these awful, terrible, absolutely dreadful LWT walls. It looks like Pez is going to be playing for a fresh hook into Shirelli, which I don't know about that, as it seems that Orion has kind of zoned himself back into an area where there's kind of just no resources. He gets to play around Shack window, and that's about it. But a cheeky mind game for Peps is probably going to result in a hit here, so I don't think, with a well-timed shock, yeah, you can't make that vault at all, and this is probably going to be a pain raise, and I think this is either Tycon or Wincon already secured here.
Yeah, we can just keep saying it's going to be a pain raise and then really just hope for the best here, Smunk. You never know, it's kind of just a 50-50 call. So let's see, Peps. See how we go. No, if he doesn't get one. So once again, we are wrong.
There's a chance that he couldn't really care because I think he's already hit WinCon. He's got 4 stages and 3 fresh hooks, so I'm pretty sure points-wise that's the WinCon. And even then, you have Noah in the back pocket. You can secure it down at the end of the game. You can get it down to Shiaru and basically guarantee 3 stages right then and there by hooking on top of Noah Totem. So I'm pretty safe to say that the first game does go to CatJAM because all he needs to do, hell, he just kind of has to camp Orion. He doesn't have to leave. He can just stand in his gens because he's got a hook in the middle of his gens. But Unhook does come out onto Orion very swiftly, which is huge. And I think Peps might even just commit to a fresh hook here. Is this Shirelli? I can't tell through the pixels on my screen. I think this is Shirelli. He's going to be chasing at this resource. There are a couple paths still up and around the main building here, but Peps, oh, a very nicely timed vault. I think this is going to result in a down with a well-timed shot on Shirelli. And I think this spells bye-bye. Unless Shiaru is here for a clutch hit take, but I don't think that's going to be happening as we do find a down onto Shirelli. Huge place with Peps, and I think with that is absolutely 100% the win for CatJAM.
Yeah, I agree there. And Peps has played this amazing. Obviously, he loves his Doctor, so, you know, we expected high quality from him. Yeah, you take that W, and no, I don't know if we actually mentioned it earlier, but that 4-gen around Shack was pretty dirty for Peps as well, and he played around that quite well, and he's still left with that 3-gen lurking, and they are just obviously sticking those gens with 2 injured people, and he is chasing the only healthy person. We do see the last gen pop, so well done. So we're getting those gens pop. And a little cheeky Noed. Oh, Shiaru ran straight into it.
You gotta be punching there if you're Shiaru. That cannot feel good. I know that he was like 3 meters away from that window as well, and that happened. Depending on what his Noah Totem is here, if he got a good spawn, I can't really tell where it is, and I don't think he can either, so he might just opt to hook mid here and just camp Shiaru down a little bit, maybe. But looks like they're already keen to get out the door. They've already opened the door. I think they've just accepted they've lost, and they're just going to take the outs and start planning for the Blight set, which is coming up next, which is CatJAM's pick, so it's going to be interesting. And oh, we're actually going to be seeing the save on the Shiaru, which is super brave. I don't really know what the game plan is here, but we're going to be seeing Orion taking it down. Maybe just playing a little bit of fun, trying to see how many they can get out, because I know they've already lost. But with that wall still not broken, that window is still pretty dangerous. And I think Peps is just going to take the kill onto Orion, and we're going to be seeing a 3 fresh 7 stage, my apology, no, 4 fresh 7 stage. My memory is failing me right now. He did actually hit Michaela once. I thought he didn't, but very impressive from Peps. He played around his WinCon super well. He took his gen spread that he got given, the very tight 4-gen around Shack, and he played around it very well, and really just exceptional adaptation from him this game, and you got to be happy taking your enemy's pick, Kenny.
Oh, absolutely. Take that big dub there, Peps. Well done. And obviously, big shout out to Fizz. That first chase really set it up on the Survivor side. So, and yeah, now we'll go to the CatJAM pick of Blight, and I do believe it'll be Age TG. So, go to a short intermission and be right back for that one.
Hello everybody, welcome back to DeadByOCE. We're going to be heading into the second set of CatJAM vs. Requiem, where we're going to be going into CatJAM's pick of the Blight on the Ironworks of Misery 1. Now, we saw an incredible performance from CatJAM last game in the Doc set, and taking Requiem's pick of Doc by a pretty wide margin, if I do say so myself. 4 fresh 7 stages for CatJAM's killer, and 2 fresh 5 stages for Requiem's killer. It was a bit hard to say, I don't know why. But as we load in here onto the game, Coney, what do you think about Ironworks of Misery for Blight?
I just told you before not to ask me because I've never played this map in a Blight set. But you know what? Let's cook with a little bit of HTG on that Blight, trying to flick around and gets the beautiful stun there. And yeah, looking for that first hit. So I'm not really sure how to play this map, but you know what? We'll let our survivors of Requiem cook.
Yeah, it's a bit of a weird map. We've seen oh my god, a very nice hit from Age. I think he intended to bump there, but very likely he slid past it, as it seems that the trees are making a little bit made of butter, and oh, a bit of a two-tap coming through onto Shiera as he gets 50-50 mind gamed at the pallet. Maybe a sprint burst nearby for a pallet save, hoping for Requiem's sake that might be the case, but no. Going to be a very quick down for HTG for CatJAM. Now, this is their pick, so we're hoping for the best possible results here for CatJAM, maybe a 4K1 or a 4K0 if you were so inclined, but we've seen some pretty low-stage results for Blights on this map, and maybe that's intentional from the bouncing team, or it could just be a symptom of teams, specifically Blight players, not being used to the map. But taking note of the build, we do have what seems to be a pretty standard build for old Blighty boy here, with Dying Light, Rancor, Pop, and Corrupt Intervention. Rancor mostly for a bit of endgame if you get there, but also mid-game information, as a lot of the oral reading perks are banned. Dying Light for a bit of passive slowdown, because of course really strong slowdown perks like Pain Res and such are banned on Blight. You can't bring Pop, Eruption, combo, you can only bring one of the others, so of course most teams bring Pop. And we do see the Pop getting used here as Age kind of just bounces around, using Blight's time ability to effectively patrol the area, as well as apply pressure to the gens and the hook at the same time. Stubbing up my words a bit there, my apologies. Getting a quick part out the way, he's going to be rotating back to hook to maybe commit to the tunnel onto Shiaru, which I'm hoping for Age's sake. This might be pretty quick, but oh no, a bit of a misplay on the bounce and a slide up the tree. Oh, a bit rough here for Age, Kearney.
Yeah, look, I know what it feels like. This map and those trees, they are the devil for the Blight here, but he does get able to walk him down. He does get the tunnel out. That will be second stage for Shiaru, and no gens have popped. And then you probably watch, and 2 gens will pop right now. There's 1, and no, not 2, thankfully.
Yeah, we nearly saw that other gen pop, but not quite. If Age remembers where that gen is, he'd be able to go back and pop it, but it seems he might have given up on it and instead of opting to go for a little bit of a run around the map elsewhere. Maybe just giving up on that gen because it's a bit out the way and wants to concentrate on one's more consolidated around main, perhaps. I'm not quite sure, but I think he's only just noticed. Not sure if we'll be able to make it. Maybe with those 2 stacks of Dying Light, that'll be the difference maker. But if I'm Jonathan, I'm committing there, and unfortunately for Age, he fatigues with a little bit of a bugged animation as he slides on over back to secure that tunnel out, realizing that he's lost a generator here. He's going to be using his power to get back to hook and secure a death onto Shiaro. We do see the unhooking happen now. Oh no, failing to get the FTP through. I think Shirelli was the FTP, but the BT hit onto Shiaro interrupt the action, and now we're just going to be playing the shack, but I don't think there's a lot around here. There might be a filler pallet to the left here, but Age, being the Blight, is going to be able to cut off Shiaro very easily as he tries to keep track of him. Shiaro taking a nice sort of vault there, winning a bit of a cheeky 50-50, but Age kind of struggling to keep an eye on where Shiaro is as he eludes Age TG very easily, and I think he just went into the basement. No, he's holding corner here. We do have Shirelli here, ready for an FTP or a hit take, whatever Shiaro needs, as he can't really afford to have a death of 3, but oh no! Kind of getting scammed here. HTG breaking the pallet through Ace. We love Dead by Daylight. It is one of the games of all time, as he now has to try again to down Shiaro, desperately trying to go around the body block from Shirelli, but not quite making it. Shirelli, body blocking lineman of the year. He graduated from body blocking university. My goodness, as Age struggles through tooth and nail to get this down to Shiaro.
Yeah, and I think we did see the double fatigue bug as well, and Age, I don't think you can bounce around this, so Shiaru would probably just play it really safe here. Oh, wow, Age! I'm going to eat my words, mate. Well done. Great hit, and that will be the death of Shiaru here. And 2 gens remaining.
Yeah, now we do note that we're at a 3v1 at 2 gens, which isn't the best. Oh, sorry, a 3v1 at 1 gen, which is a pretty decent spot to be in, if I'm fully honest, against the Blight and Ironworks. Now, if we're looking at the gen spread, though, it's not great. It's a little bit stinky. You're not doing so good on the gen spread here, but we have plenty of resources out the way. We do have a survivor here by this gen in the 4 lane. At this point in time, it's looking a bit rough for Age. You do have those 3 stacks of Dying Light, and it's a bit lucky that your initial chase was relatively quick, all things considered. I think getting those bugs as well as the hit through Ace at that pallet has greatly hindered some of Age's pressure, as if he actually downed Shiaru at that power, I think he would probably still be at 2 gens now because he would have been able to pop that generator, but unfortunately he's just going to play with what he works here as he just tries to use Blight's power through this jungle gym here, opting instead to leave, realizing this chase has been going on for a bit too long without any sort of results. And we do see, it looks like there's a gen over here by the shack being doubled by Shirelli and Jonathan, and Age is probably going to be dragging this gen and then looking for a survivor to potentially chase here. A lot of the resources in this area have been used by the Ace, and he does find a Nia Carlson stealthing around the map here as he tries to use his powers as effectively as possible, but it's a bit hard to track things sometimes on the Blight, but a very nice hit onto Shirelli here. He hasn't got a lot to work with here outside of the shack window, and Blight's can be a bit of a threat of the shack. Jonathan might be able to take a hit here, but I don't think he's opting to. He does pre-drop the Godfiller that connects shack to the rest of the map, and maybe with a decent use of power, he might be able to get it down to Shirelli, but he's a bit struggling a little bit here with his bounce, but a little bit of a curve, but not quite making the tag onto Shirelli, as he might just need to break this power now that he doesn't have any tokens. Is kind of zones Shirelli into the map, which probably wasn't the way you wanted to break the part. I think maybe breaking it the other way and forcing him towards shack and that generator that is being worked would have been better, but he only has an L wall here, and this is going to be a nice flip down to Shirelli. We might see Age actually opt to slug and maybe bounce away. No, he's going to go for the pick, and I think they're going to pop a gen here, and I think if you're HGG, you're going to want to keep an eye on a Rancor and try and find Jonathan. He knows that there's someone over this gen. If he knows that Ryan's working top map, he knows this is Michaela. Michaela is Rancor. All he needs to do is just M1 Michaela. She has no resources, and you have a free kill. You can rank her, that's 4 points. And she's run right past that pallet and is going to Narnia. They ain't nothing but here but the barren wastelands of Ironworks. Welcome to the corner of the map. I will see you in hell, Michaela Reed.
Yeah, take a breath there, Sirsmonk, mate. Oh, jeez. Yeah, but that is the death. Nah, you're right. Rancor. So that is a fresh hook straight off the bat. Full points counted. And if H can really get back to the hook here quickly, because obviously no door would have got done in that time because they need to get the hook down, he might be able to sneak some extra stages. It's going to be very close, but I think that door does pop. And yeah, but that's still right at the end. Getting that fresh hook, Smunk, that's huge for Age.
That is big plays. I believe that's what was that 7 or stages. I can't remember if that was 3 fresh 7 or 2 fresh 6.
I think it was 3 fresh 7 from memory.
3 fresh 7, which on Ironwork seems to be not a bad result for Blight. I do notice Blight's often struggling on Ironworks. I don't know if this is because people just aren't used to the map or if this is intentional for the balancing team. I'm not very educated on Blight sets, but regardless, I think that's a pretty beatable result for CatJAM survivors. If they practice their pick enough, I believe they might be able to beat that pick and take the whole thing home 2-0. If not, we do have the tiebreaker coming up as well. But with that being said, we're going to be going into a short intermission while we set up the last half of this game here. But we'll see you all very shortly. Hello everybody, welcome back to DeadByOCE as we head into what could potentially be the last game of the night. It depends on how well our players do here this fine evening. Now, we did see HTG, the Blight player for CatJAM, set a decently respectable result of, I believe it was 3 fresh 7 stayed. We saw massive Rancor value at the end there as we saw a Rancor onto a fresh survivor, which is a great boon to the killer player there. But we're going to be loading in with the Requiem's killer Lith, going to be playing on the Blight with a very different build. The Noed on the Blight is one of the choices of all time, and we also see Blood Favor for a little bit of an early game boost, as it's a rather frustrating bloke to play against, but if you get good value about it, it's huge value, because it can oftentimes result in a 2-tap as it forces survivors to rotate away from resources if they're caught off guard by it. But Lith here, going to be checking around the edge map, looking for any stealthy survivors. Now, he does find, I think that's Mayonnaise at the edge map here. She's going to be pre-throwing a pallet as Lith gets the tokens back and is going to be charging up to her as Mayonnaise tries to desperately try and find some resources, but it's a bit of a dead zone. Instead, finding Leggy, Lith seems to be struggling a little bit, however, to get this first hit, as Leggy using those trees to his advantage and rotating away to a jungle gym. Cooney, what do you think about this set? Who do you think will take it home tonight?
I think CatJAM probably are looking probably ominous right now to take that W, and with an interesting build. I don't know how it's going to work, but you know what? We'll let it cook. I have seen some Seabass value of Noed before, and maybe Lith will get his inner Seabass and see what he can cook up.
Yeah, maybe in the end we'll eat our words a little bit after all the resources are gone. No, it could be a huge play, but at the moment, Leggy having an absolutely crazy chase here. Is this going to be a live play? It is going to be a live play on the Phillip out. Leggy going to be rotating upstairs, hesitating a little bit, is going to result in a hit anyway, as I think Lith might just opted to chase somewhere else. As chasing upstairs kind of sucks, but getting the slide as well. We're probably going to be seeing 1 or 2 gens pop very shortly on the side with CatJAM here, as Peps and Age are probably working 2 separate generators. We do see a generator over here. I believe this is your boy Peps. It is indeed the man himself, the OG Peps, going to be taking the chase away from the active generators further into the crop by the main building, as he has what appears to be an almond tile, which is what I still call this, even though it's present on like 4 different realms by now, and a pre-drop coming out from Peps. He might get a tag here though, as there's a bit of a just a kind of a bad tile, but Lith is kind of struggling to navigate around here as he fails to bump around what I call the Lego tiles, as Peps is sort of put into a much stronger position.
Yeah, Pep's playing absolutely out of his mind, and yeah, Smoke, I still call this the Ormond tile, because that's the first map it was on, so it's just natural for me anyways. But we do see 1 gen pop there. You see a lot of pressure from those survivors, and Pep's a little sneaky inside out, and finally does get that hit. And let's see if we do get that blood favor value.
Yeah, I don't know about the blood favor values. I think Peps isn't even going to be able to make it to any resources, unfortunately. But Lith kind of getting a little bit lost against Peps here, allowing him to move further into the middle of the map. 2 gens gone with 0 hooks. It's looking pretty bad for Requiem right now. We are having some audio issues, it seems like, as everything's gone a little bit staticky, but hopefully that should be fixed very shortly for you all, as I think my voice might be a little bit robotic right now. But Lith is kind of still struggling to get his first down here as he slides off of everything. Maybe a little bit of panic, but perhaps with this resource here, he's going to be pre-dropping that pallet and not really able to use his power here, as he has a tree that's too far away from the window to really do anything. Lith opting to use his power to break the pallet, as Peps is probably going to be rotating up to Shaq's side. Maybe a head-on somewhere could help him out, but it seems to be a bit of a dead zone. But Lith is actually opting to drop chase onto Peps and find a different survivor. But no, he's going to be going to finally get the down onto Peps. Unfortunately, though, I think, Cooney, this might be a little too late, as we're probably going to be seeing, yeah, we have a lot of gens progressed. CatJAM splitting out onto 3 different generators. Peps being hooked as well outside of all of the active gens. This is not good. This means Lith can't campus. He has to be playing a very aggressive now. He has to go for his fresh hooks and spread Pop Goes the Weasel around the map as best as he humanly can.
Yeah, he's in a tough spot right now. He's 3 gens being worked on. They can kind of just let Peps sit for a little bit while they just get a lot of gen pressure, and they decide to just kind of insta-pull him, put a little bit of pressure on Lith, and he will go for that quick tunnel out, get that tag on BT. No, he misses it. So this chase is just going to be extended even further. And Pep's opting, yeah, to play the eye fillet, and then he's got Shaq. He's going to be absolutely fine right now for a long time. I think Lith may not be able to commit this for a little bit, because he does need to get a lot more stages than just 2 right now if he gets Peps down.
Yeah, the tunnel on Peps would be super handy, but at the moment, he's kind of in such a strong spot. And honestly, if CatJAM could even take a hit from him, but nah, I'm calling a ref. Look how far away he is. Bro got sniped. There's a sniper somewhere in the trees of McMillan that took Peps out. I'm going to have to call a foul on that one. I'm sorry, gamers, but we're going to be seeing Peps hooked in the basement anyway after an absolutely disgusting, foul, illegal, despicable hit through the window. That was disgusting, but very unfortunate for old Peps. But I think that might have been enough to at least pop 1 more gen. But with a pop in the back pocket, Lith is in a good position to sort of interrupt a gen that is about to pop. But once again, sliding off of the trees, we do see 1 gen pop. Do we see another potentially for Peps' struggles? Not quite. We're not going to be able to get this main gen done. Oh my god, we were so close to seeing 3 gens pop here as we see another one behind, main getting popped. Whoever was working that generator over at the side of the map, I don't know Ironworks numbers callouts. I'm so sorry, mates, but I think Lith might even be trying to go for a fresh. He does need the fresh stays. Killing Peps is a huge boon, but with the high progress on the generator, if he does commit to Peps' tunnel out for too long, we could have survivors and CatJAM doubling that generator and then getting out the gate. But we do need to remember, he does have the old Bass Node in the back pocket here, and it looks like Peps is going to be getting saved here. Whoever else is around might be trying to take a double at main, as Mayonnaise desperately maybe tries to save Peps a little bit. I think Peps might have should have gone for the window, but a very nice body block here from Mayonnaise. And I think Liz is going to be opting for the fresh hook of the Mayonnaise. But, oh yeah, we still have Blood Favor up. I completely forgot. Blood Favor actually getting some value for once, allowing for a quick 2-tap onto Mayonnaise. And this is another fresh hook, which is a great boon for Requiem. And the Pop Goes the Weasel onto main building. But we do see it pop, and now no, it is in play. I think all that needs to do here is, what does he need to do? He needs to get, I think,
He
One more
needs to
fresh
get a
hook
fresh
and
hook
camp it.
Sirsmonk there. Yeah. One more fresh hook with that no edge, so he just walks someone down, and that will be the Tycon, I believe. So, you know, he's found Leggy. So this, if he, oh no,
Oh no,
why is he
what is he
dashing?
doing?
Oh no, this could be big problems. He just has to,
This could be.
and he's mind game Leggy, little cheeky one there. So that will actually be the fresh hook that he needs to get that draw.
Yeah, that's not
Actually,
good for
no.
CatJAM. No, is
Actually, no,
it?
I think they win by one. Yeah, they win by one hook. He does have to slug here. That's my bad counting there, because he did get the 7 stage. That would only be 6.
7 stage,
So he
3
does need to
fresh.
find one more,
But they're out. They're all gone. That's GG.
and that's
All
done.
right, let's go. Yep, victory for CatJAM. Not the Noah, not quite coming in clutch here. Just barely losing by 1 stage. Exceptional plays from CatJAM. Pep's absolutely popping off and winning the opponent's set, and they're going to be taking the whole series 2-0. So congratulations to CatJAM, where they will be continuing on to verse. I don't know, who are they versing on Sunday? Is it Inertia or Silence? What is going on? Illegal. Ref. I'm calling the whistle.
I don't. It's not going to be inertia because we just lost earlier, so it can't be us.
But yeah, we're probably going to be going
I don't know if
against
you're
Silence
throwing shade
on
at me
Sunday.
there. That's a bit rude there.
No,
Smok. Come on,
no,
mate.
I
None of
just
that.
genuinely didn't know, alright? I was clueless. Bro was clueless, alright? But that was the final game of the evening, mates. We do see CatJAM taking the victory 2-0. Huge shout out to them. They will be playing on Sunday evening against Silence. I believe the pick and bans might be happening later tonight, so hopefully those get posted nice and crisp for you. Hopefully maybe we see maybe a setup game. That'd be pretty crazy, right, guys? But yeah, with that being said, thank you so much for casting with me tonight, Coney. It's been an absolute pleasure. I appreciate your assistance here. Do you have anything final you'd like to say?
Oh yeah, thank you, Smunk. It was great tonight. And yeah, tomorrow night. So I do believe we've got Inception versus Resurrection, then Source versus Silence. So some absolute cracking games in our winners bracket that'll be happening tomorrow night. So stick around for that.